POV Italian cooking, where you see cooking from my point of view. Today we're making something I'm really excited about. It is Ricotta e Uova ravioli. This is a larger ravioli. It's got a little bit of ricotta cheese, and then you put an egg yolk into the well. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I love egg. I love the creaminess of the egg yolk. Really excited, and we're going to be using the pasta that we made in our last episode. So let's get to it. Okay, now we are going to make our ricotta e uovo ravioli. In other words, ricotta and egg ravioli. Now, real simple. Homemade pasta, which we did in our one of our previous episodes. I've got it all pressed out. Ricotta cheese, egg, salt and pepper. I don't have a good sized ravioli cutter, so what I'm going to use is this cup to cut my ravioli. Now you'll see I got some flour kind of spread out. That's just so my ravioli doesn't stick. So let me get things reset here, and I'll be right back because I'm really excited about this. Okay, let's get started making our raviolis. So what we're going to do is take our cup, and we're going to try to get as many out of these as we can. So I'm going clear to the edge with it. Just going to press down. There we go. We're going to be able to probably get 3 out of this one, maybe 4. I'm pressing down real hard and kind of going back and forth with it. Oh yeah, look at that. Just take your knife kind of and go around. If I had like a good pasta cutter or a good cookie cutter, I could have done this probably a better way. But you know what? You make do with what you got. You go with your gut, make it work. Okay, so we're about to start building our ravioli. First thing we want to do, I forgot to mention when we were going over ingredients, Parmesan cheese. You just need a little bit of Parmesan cheese. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of our ricotta, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and mix that together. Now, it doesn't look like I've got a lot of ricotta here, but I don't have a whole lot of our pasta. There we go. There's our filling. Again, just ricotta and Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to break away, get some of this stuff off the table so we can get started, and we'll be right back. The first thing we want to do here is on our ravioli, on our pasta here, I'm just going to roll this out a little bit because I want it to be a little thinner, and quite honestly I need it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to take each of these, roll them out like so. Makes them just a tiny bit bigger. You can barely see, but see if we put this on top, you'll see it's bigger. Okay, I have our ravioli kind of rolled out a little thinner, made it a little bigger. We've got our ricotta cheese done here. Now, one thing I did forget to add, a little bit of salt and pepper. My dogs are over here scratching at the door because we have some squirrels in the backyard in our feeder, and they're just being butt heads, so there's a little bit of salt and pepper. Mix up our ricotta and parmesan. Now, another thing you could add to this, you could, crisp up some pancetta and drop that in there as well. So now we are going to take one of our raviolis, the bottoms. We're going to spoon in just a tiny little bit of our ricotta because our raviolis, honestly, they could be a little bit bigger. So let's get our ricotta. Make sure we have it all in the center. We want to make sure that we don't get anything on the edges because we need our ravioli to fill up or seal up really well. Push our ricotta out a little bit. We want to make a well. You see our well right there? I'm going to kind of use my fork to shape it up a little bit more, leaving ample room for our ravioli to seal. Take an egg, and all we want is the egg yolk. So see there, this egg doesn't want to give me its yolk, so I'm going to take it anyway. You just take your egg yolk, once you get it separated, good enough, which this egg is being a butthead. Take your egg yolk, and it just goes right in the well of your ricotta. Then we take another one of our pasta, try to find one that is bigger than the bottom. Gonna lay that on top. I can tell you right now that needs rolled out a little bit. So just lay it over. And you want to get it sealed up. So we're going to take a fork, just kind of push down a little bit because we want to get this sealed, kind of just temporarily sealed in a few spots till we can kind of get everything the way we want it. Guys, I am struggling with this. This is the first time I've made raviolis. You can probably tell that I am having issues. I've made fresh pasta before, but use like a linguine or a pappardelle. never made a ravioli. And it's probably blatantly obvious that I've not done so. Just want to make sure you seal up the edges. Again, use a little bit of water if you don't feel like your pasta is sealing well. I hope that holds. So I'm just going to kind of pinch the edges a little bit here. My dogs are scratching the door because she wants to go out and chase the squirrel. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these, and then when we come back, we'll make our brown butter sauce. Okay, I'm getting ready to start the brown butter sage sauce for our ravioli. What I've got in the back here, I've got some salt water heating up. I have our pathetic looking ravioli that I pray to God stays together. I've never made, this is the first time I ever made ravioli. My ravioli noodles were not big enough really for this recipe. So I'm learning a lot about this. So probably later, at a later date, we're going to redo this recipe. I'm going to go ahead and post this because you guys need to see that sometimes you make mistakes. Water's going. We talked about the ravioli. Let's talk about our brown butter sage sauce that we're going to put on these wonderful little raviolis. Well, couldn't be any easier to make the sauce. We're just going to literally brown this butter. We're going to put in some sage. We're going to use a few sage leaves here. What we're going to do is take our sage leaves. Oh, we'll use 3 or 4 good ones here. And we're just going to kind of tear them up so that we can release that flavor. It really doesn't take a lot. You don't want to envelop, just completely drown these in the butter. It's more of a drizzle. You know, you want your ravioli to be the star. Browning butter, really what you're doing is you're going to turn the fat brown. It does turn not real super dark brown. Use real butter. Do not use that fake, I can't believe it's not butter, because you'll have a, I can't believe that I made this and it turned out so nasty. I'm using salted butter. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this kind of simmer away. Once it melts, we come back, you'll see it'll have a brown color to it. That sage is just going to just infuse this butter really nice. Gotta go with my gut. I'm going to add another leaf of sage here. Your ravioli only need to go in for about 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, because we don't want that yolk to harden up. We want that yolk, the egg yolk in there to be soft, so that way when you cut through, you get all that egg yolk. It's just going to be really, really good. Hopefully, my pathetic little ravioli, at least one of them will hold together. We'll see. All right, I don't know if you can see this yet or not, but the butter fat is starting to brown. It's a little foamy. So I'm going to turn this way down and just kind of continue to let it simmer, because I'm hoping I can get this to reduce just a little bit. But this is coming along right about where I want it. Smells real good. You get that real good fatty butter smell out of it. The sage is coming through. Okay, our water is boiling. So we are going to drop our ravioli for 3 minutes. Maybe we'll get lucky and one of these bad boys will stay together. I'm not even going to put this one in because it's already coming apart. Ah, the hell with it. Let's see what happens. All right, 3 minutes. Start the timer. We'll be back. Okay, I've got our ugly ravioli done. Fished them out. This has been a real bad day because also my butter, you can see here, is just a little bit more than brown. You just sprinkle this over. Don't overdo it, because your star of the dish is the ravioli. When you cut into these, the eggs are supposed to still be running. We'll see what happens. Look at that. Oh my God, I did one thing right today. The eggs are still running in the middle. Let's see how this tastes. Honestly, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Oh my gosh, I did it right. I know they're really ugly, but they are really tasty. So you want a good runny center like so. The ricotta and parmesan really making these taste good. I'll tell you what, those are actually really good. They look ugly as can be, but they're tasty. Make them prettier. Don't cook your butter so long. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. Most importantly, subscribe to us on YouTube. And just don't get frustrated like I did today. And good luck with this. We'll see you later. Ciao.